Today, we're embarking on an incredible journey to meet the planet's toughest residents.
We're talking about 50 animals that not only survive, but thrive in the most extreme conditions imaginable. From scorching deserts to the frozen poles, let's dive into the world of ultimate survivors.
First stop, the blistering heat of the desert. Leading the pack is the iconic Camel, a true master of arid life.
They can go for long periods without water, sustaining themselves on dry grasses and thorny desert shrubs.
Then there's the adorable Fennec Fox, using its huge ears to cool down while hunting for insects, small rodents, and fruits at night.
The Kangaroo Rat is a tiny marvel that never needs to drink water, getting all its moisture from the seeds it eats. Look closer, and you'll find the Thorny Devil, a lizard covered in spikes that exclusively dines on ants.
The Sidewinder Rattlesnake moves with its signature S-shaped motion across the hot sand, hunting small mammals and lizards.
Don't be fooled by the slow-moving Gila Monster. This venomous lizard has a powerful bite and loves to eat bird eggs and insects. The desert tortoise is a patient herbivore, munching on cacti and wildflowers, while the highly social meerkat digs for insects, spiders, and roots.
The majestic Oryx wheat eats long straight horns, survives on drought-resistant grasses. And finally, the Jerboa, a tiny bouncing rodent, uses its long legs to hop across the sand in search of seeds and insects.
Now, let's trade the heat for the biting cold of the Arctic and Antarctic. Reigning supreme is the polar bear, the Arctic's top predator, feasting on seals and fish.
Its smaller, fluffier neighbor, the Arctic fox, is an expert scavenger, following polar bears to eat leftovers and hunting lemmings and birds. High above, the snowy owl soars silently, using its keen eyesight to spot rodents and rabbits. In the icy waters, the mighty walrus uses its tusks to dig for clams and mollusks on the seafloor. The southern hemisphere has its own champion, the emperor penguin. These dedicated parents dive deep into frigid waters for fish, krill, and squid. Back on land, the shaggy musk ox uses its thick coat to brave the cold, grazing on Arctic grasses and moss. A formidable hunter of the Antarctic waters is the leopard seal, preying on penguins and fish. The resilient caribou, also known as reindeer, migrates vast distances, surviving on lichens and shrubs. The nimble Arctic hare, with its pure white coat, nibbles on woody plants, while the beautiful snow petrel glides over the ocean, scooping up fish and krill. From ice, we plunge into fire. Let's explore the superheated world of volcanic and thermal vents deep in the ocean.
Here, life exists where we once thought it impossible. The Bombay worm lives on the sides of hydrothermal vent chimneys, covered in a fleece of bacteria which it likely eats. The fascinating Yeti crab farms its own food, waving its hairy claws to cultivate bacteria to munch on.
The Riftia tube worm has no mouth or stomach.
Instead, it relies on chemosynthetic bacteria living inside its body to create food from toxic chemicals. Nearby, thermophilic shrimp swarm in the hot, mineral-rich water, feeding on microbes. Back on land in Hawaii, the lava cricket bravely scavenges for organic debris on newly cooled lava flows. And we can't forget the microscopic but mighty tardigrade or water bear, which can survive nearly anything, including extreme heat, feeding on tiny plants.
The deep-sea vent fish, like the vent e-pout, patrols these dark, hot oases, hunting for crustaceans and worms.
Another worm, Albanella pompeiana, thrives in these conditions, eating bacteria.
The vent crab scurries around the vents, eating mussels and worms, and the deep-sea snailfish prowls the darkness for small crustaceans. Next, we ascend to breathtaking heights, where the air is thin and the temperatures are harsh.
In the mountains of Asia lives the elusive snow leopard, a master predator hunting mountain hunting goats and sheep.
Soaring high above is the Andean condor, a magnificent scavenger that cleans the ecosystem by feeding on carrion.
The sturdy Himalayan yak is perfectly adapted to high altitudes, grazing on grasses and herbs. The cunning Tibetan fox hunts for pikas and small rodents on the high plateau, not to be outdone. The familiar llama is a hardy survivor, thriving on grasses and shrubs in the Andes. A tiny but impressive climber is the Himalayan jumping spider, which catches insects carried up by wind currents.
The alpine ibex, with its spectacular curved horns, expertly navigates steep cliffs to find grasses and moss. The adorable pika busily collects flowers and grasses to store for winter. The bearded vulture has a unique diet. It specializes in eating bones, which it drops from great heights to break open.
And the sure-footed mountain goat can climb seemingly impossible slopes to graze on mosses and lichens. Finally, we dive into the crushing pressure and eternal darkness of the deep ocean.
Here, creatures have evolved bizarre and wonderful features. The anglerfish is famous for its glowing lure, which it uses to attract unsuspecting fish and crustaceans in the dark. The mysterious giant squid, a true titan of the deep, hunts fish and even other squid. The adorable Dumbo octopus flaps its ear-like fins to gracefully float through the abyss,
Searching for worms and small invertebrates on the ocean floor.
The vampire squid, despite its name, is a gentle scavenger, eating marine snow, a shower of organic detritus from above.
The hatchetfish, with its silvery, thin body, has upward-facing eyes to spot zooplankton against the faint light from the surface.
The prehistoric-looking goblin shark can thrust its jaw forward to snatch fish and squid. The grenadier fish is one of the most abundant deep-sea dwellers, using a sensitive barbel on its chin to find crustaceans and worms in the mud. The deep-sea cucumber slowly creeps along the seafloor, cleaning it by consuming detritus. The barrelli fish has one of the strangest adaptations, a transparent head that allows it to look up through its own skull to spot jellyfish.
And last but not least, the coelacanth, a living fossil once thought extinct,
Patrols the deep, hunting for fish and squid. From the hottest sands to the deepest trenches, these 50 animals prove that life is incredibly resilient and adaptable.
They're the true champions of survival, pushing the limits of what we thought was possible. Which of these extreme survivors amazed you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the wild, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing animal content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.